Yo, what is up? And welcome back to another episode of the Yo podcast with Martin and Hooter.
What up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. And Hooter, how the hell are you?
I'm Rona free. The Raiders are 2-0. Let's go.
I don't care who you root for. The Raiders have been down for a long time. Let us just have this 2-0. Stop shitting on them for this week. Just for this week.
That's like booing somebody at the Special Olympics, dude.
Right?
Like, what the fuck?
Come on, man. These guys, and not only are they 2-0, but they did it in dramatic fashion.
And against two top-tier NFL teams.
They didn't just beat some regular nobodies. They beat some serious contenders. As a matter of fact, one of the teams they beat the freaking Chiefs.
And then they go next week on short rest. They go into the Steel City and beat Big Ben and company.
Incredible run. Congratulations to the Raider Nations and all the Raider fans out there, and everybody else, whoever your football team is. I'm sorry that you're not a Raider fan and also, you have to deal with your bullshit.
Also, Alex DeLauda, the biggest Steelers fan of all time, he was mighty quiet. I thought he got Instagram suspended again because
he's out there with Nicki Minaj. Did his uncle get big balls because of the vaccine?
Maybe it's because the Steelers lost, or his big balls weren't able to let him type. I don't know.
Okay, speaking of Nicki Minaj, bro,
and heavy nuts,
this is why not? We're only 2 minutes in. Let's go.
Yeah.
The woman gets her her Twitter and Instagram. She hasn't posted in 5 days. Mm-hmm. Not because she has nothing to say, probably because they don't let her. Right?
Unreal.
So,
Nicki Minaj with the heavy ass, by the way.
Heaviest ass of all times. And look, whether you're a Nicki Minaj fan or not, it is irrelevant at this point. But here's the thing, dude. The chick goes on her Twitter and just starts asking, hey, what's up with these vaccines? What's everybody's experience been with these vaccines? Drake got it. I'm going to go back on tour, so I'll probably get it. Now, those are the shit that led up to this, that she ended up going on the Twitter to ask the questions. But she never said, don't get the vaccine, right?
No.
People start then saying, this happened to this person, this happened to this person. And then she did the old ghetto thing.
What?
Well, my cousin's friend's friend, she didn't say it like that. She's actually very articulate. I don't know why I'm all over here. My cousin's flop up.
Backpedaling.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I did it like that. My cousin's best friend's friend has said. No, she didn't say it like that. But basically what she said was her cousin's friend ended up not getting married because he got the vaccine and his balls swelled up. Now, this dude probably has had some kind of STD or some shit. And he told this chick, hey, mija, it was the vaccine that did this shit to my huevos. Who knows what that was, but that tweet was not the bulk of the conversation. The conversation,
to be fair, that happened in Trinidad. So
correct, and a lot of shit happens in Trinidad. Yeah. That's voodoo place, right? They do voodoo things on huevos.
I think they do a lot of things on huevos.
They do a lot of things on huevos in Trinidad. So anyway, my point to it is that all she's having, and it's okay. I thought it was okay to have a discussion on vaccines and ask questions on vaccines. And then all of a sudden, everybody started joking. All the late night talk shows ran with it, and it's funny.
It's funny.
Big
balls are funny.
Big balls are funny. How are big balls not funny? So they all start doing their big balls late night jokes, right? Which is fine. Once that happened, though, then a lot of the personal attacks started coming on her. And now her husband is facing 10 years in prison for not registering as a sex offender or some shit like that. Which is like...
Well, that's nothing to joke about. He should have fucking registered.
He should have registered, right?
Dude,
yeah, yeah. I mean... So
wait a minute, because I feel like you're kind of like, what the fuck? Another bashing?
No. I'm just saying the spotlight is now on everything Nicki Minaj.
Oh, yeah,
everything Nicki Minaj is the spotlight.
Well,
like
that's what happens.
Whatever her relatives did, whatever anybody did, like what her husband did and what she does are two complete different things. But this is making headlines. This is making news because all of a sudden she's in the spotlight. No, in no way am I saying if you're a sex offender you shouldn't register.
Yeah,
go ahead and hide, eh? No.
Hide between Nicki Minaj's ass cheeks.
Nobody will ever find you. And so, but I'm saying everything, all eyes on Nicki and everything in Nicki's orbit.
And also, you got to be ready for that when you take on.
But she wasn't trying to take it on
with that stance, like fucking. All right, here I am. Let's fucking go heads up. But you got to be like, people are gonna be digging, dude.
Yeah, that's fair. And here's the other side of it too: is that all of a sudden, you had very conservative people, the right conservatives, the extreme right. You've got Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, who start defending her. And then of course people, and so she reposted a clip of Tucker from Fox News defending her, and people were shitting on her. How are you going to have that white supremacist defend? How are you going to repost that white supremacist? And she's like, hey man, the black woman attacked me. This dude defended me. What am I going to do? Not post this guy who's backing me up and saying, hey, why are we shutting her up for asking questions?
And also, what's crazy is her initial thing was, she's probably going to get it.
I'm probably going to get it. I'm going to go back on tour, so I'm probably going to get it.
Is everybody up and on? I don't understand, dude. You ask one simple question and everybody just like fucking goes crazy and attacks you. So, you can't even have an open conversation about it or an opinion.
And that's not good. And I'll tell you right now, speaking of, I woke up this morning and on Twitter, of course, Chris Rock is trending. And now Chris Rock says, I caught corona. I caught the Rona or coronavirus, whatever, COVID. I don't wish this on anybody. Get vaccinated. And I'm paraphrasing. I don't know exactly what his tweet said.
The Rona went Rona.
The Rona went Rona. Now, he made it sound like it's pretty shitty. The symptoms that he's having are pretty severe. If he's saying, I don't wish this on anybody, this sucks, go get the vax, right?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is that he's vaxxed. Okay, he's vaccinated, right? And then they say, well, if you're vaccinated, your symptoms are going to be a lot less, and you probably won't require hospitalization. At the risk of people getting pissed at me, I will share a personal story. My brother-in-law, and I won't say which one, but I have multiple brother-in-laws. One of them, who is fully vaccinated, had a breakthrough case where he got infected. We talked about Fluffy. He got infected as well, but his symptoms were mild. My brother-in-law was not that fortunate. My brother-in-law was hospitalized, and his corona, or his COVID, developed into COVID pneumonia, which is extremely dangerous. He got up to 6 liters of oxygen. Once you get into the 10-liter range, you're probably going to be put on a ventilator. Fortunately for my brother-in-law, I'm a spiritual man. I lit some candles, and he's home on oxygen. But that's just what I do. That's neither here nor there. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
You guys call it wiki wiki.
I call it miracles.
Spiritual healing.
Okay, so my point to that is that I think that we're not reporting those cases. I only know this because I know him. He's part of my immediate family. But to hear it from the mainstream news, or any news for that matter, if you get vaccinated, you're probably not going to be needing hospitalization. The man needed hospitalization and came super close to being on a vent. Now, not to say that, he's still on oxygen and this has been now 2 weeks now. So no, it's not mild symptoms. There's people who are, and I'm not here trying to say don't get it or get it, but I'm saying I know people who are not vaccinated who fared way better than my brother-in-law who's fully vaxxed. And I think these are, it's irresponsible. I think it gives people a false sense of security to tell them, hey man, if you get this, chances are you'll be unscathed. I think that's irresponsible. And I think that it's giving people a false sense of security. They're going out there all fucking willy-nilly.
And it gives them confidence to bash others who don't get it.
That's the other thing. And so I think it's the responsible thing to do is to say, and we'll use whatever platform we have here, as big or small as it may be, to say, even if you're vaccinated, you need to be fucking careful because, again, this dude ended up in the hospital, and it wasn't pretty. For a minute, everybody was really, really stressed out, and he's not out of the woods yet.
No.
You know, the dude's still on oxygen. He's doing better, but he's still on oxygen.
I think it's safe to say after 2 to 3 years of this COVID, still nobody knows dick.
Nobody knows dick, and I think that's why it's important to not shut people up, regardless what analogy they use. If they say, oh, balls, blah, 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 yada, yada. Dude, come on, man. Just instead of shitting on somebody, saying, hey, man, here's an answer to this question. Here's an answer to this question. Or better yet, we don't know. I will respect we don't know versus this is a definite. And then once you say this is a definite, you're going to have to fucking change it because nothing is definite. You know, nothing is surefire. Nothing is 100%. So, you know, El Cheer Dad hits me up and he goes, my wife listened to her first episode of the Yo 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 podcast and she liked it. And I go, oh, that's awesome. And he goes, yeah, I got to break her in slowly. And I'm like, well, that's funny. And so I just put, that's funny.
Haha.
Haha. And then he says, come on, bro. If she knew that I've been listening to you guys and all the shit that you guys say, then she'd know that it was because of you guys that I was making her and my whole family hold their breath for 15 seconds every morning and then pound hot water to make sure that they were Rona free. If she knew I'd got that from you guys, I'd be, you know, banned from listening. And, you know, it just goes to show the evolution of the misinformation on this virus, because when we pass that information on, as irresponsible as it was.
I was just about to say, not taking responsibility whatsoever. You're about to pin it on somebody else who was spewing the info.
100% my responsibility. I did it. The episode's still out there. I'm sure if we were huge, that shit would have gotten taken down with a warning, and they would have said, cancel the Yo 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 for misinformation on the COVID.
Bro.
We were telling people early on. Not only were we telling them to hold their breath for 15 seconds to make sure they were Rona free, drink hot water so that it pushes the Rona down past your lungs and into your stomach where the acids can destroy it.
Dude.
Not only were we doing that, we were saying, and make sure you stock up on ramen because there's going to be no more food on the shelves.
Bro.
Come on, man.
People are bitching about how Rogan is turning fools into fucking stallions and thoroughbreds. We weren't even doing that, dude.
No.
We were just having motherfuckers ready for the pool.
Hold your breath.
Summer.
Plug your nose like you're going in the deep end for the first time.
This isn't going to prevent COVID. It's not going to help you with COVID. But if you're going to take a scuba class or a snorkeling class, it might help you.
Again, look, we're not taking any sides. I think the vaccine should be everybody's personal choice. I really don't agree with these people saying we need to shame these anti-vaxxers. We need to do this. We need to do that. There's plenty of people that I know that have gotten the vaccine that say if I wasn't traveling or if I didn't have to go back to work, I might have waited a little longer. If I could stay home isolated, I might have waited a little longer to see how this plays out. And I think that that's fair. That's okay. I think that, hey, man, as a relative of mine once said, everybody has a choice. And I think that we're getting away from that. And what's happening now when you're saying to people, shut the fuck up, it's making people more hesitant instead of saying, let me go sign up for this. It's bad enough that we're saying, here's a goddamn jelly donut, you know?
It's like when you said, dude, if you're at a place where they don't allow questions, get the fuck out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
The minute that they tell you don't ask questions, then maybe it's not the right place for you, you know? And look, I think, you know, not to keep harping on this, I'll just bring up this one more point and then I'll move on. But did you see the tourists in New York who beat up the hostess at Carmine's?
Yes, dude.
Because she was asking them to comply with the vax requirement that because now anywhere you go, and I've been to New York since, and they've carded me.
Yeah.
You know, no vax, no fucking tacos.
Service.
You know, no vax, no service. And
no shoes, no shirt, no vax, no service.
The fuck out. Go eat at the goddamn hot dog stand. They don't care. If you're gonna put them hot dogs in your body, who cares about that vaccine? You monkey. So these dudes, and I don't know the full story here, but I do know that the headline was pretty devastating. You know, well, from what I read, she got socked up, she got slapped, and they pulled her necklace off of her because they were so angry that they got carded, or I think the way that they got carded. There's some discussion about the way that it went down. So regardless,
they got hit up disrespectfully.
It don't matter how it went down. You still shouldn't put your hands on somebody that's just doing their job, for crying out loud.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up.
This person's just doing their job. You know, no disrespect to hostesses, but they're probably not making a fortune hostessing,
bro.
They're paying the bills. They're just trying to feed their family.
If it was my job, I'd be like, okay, don't fucking show me. Just go ahead. What? Who cares?
You know, that's
think I'm gonna catch some hands.
Yeah, dude.
Checking for fucking vax cards? No,
dude.
Fucking here, give me a goddamn. Show me your fucking coffee shop stamp card, and you could come in. I'm not gonna get socked up over this. They don't pay me enough. Fucking go ahead.
Come get your torta. Come get your empanada. I forgot it's New York. It's Dominicans making empanadas out there. Ain't true. No tortas.
Very true.
You know? So shout out to all the Dominicans out there.
And the tortas.
And the tortas. Speaking of Dominicans, I don't know why I said speaking of Dominicans.
You have nothing to say about Dominicans?
Nothing at all, other than they're the poppies and the mommies of the free world. Just eating mango, being happy, minding their business.
Just hips rocking back and forth.
Just hips swaying. They're just doing them.
Oh, come on.
Shout out.
Hitting home runs, rip swat.
That's it. That's it. Just hitting home runs. Hitting home runs, eating mango, hanging out in La Playa.
Dreaded up.
Trying to write another hit song. They're either doing hit songs or they're hitting home runs.
Rocking sunglasses
just
at nighttime.
Hits.
What else? What else do Dominicans do?
Oh, they do so many things.
And here's what do Dominicans do from two non-Dominicans
who've never been to the Dominican Republic. As close as we got was Puerto Rico.
And the radio station.
Yeah, man.
Where they bump Don Omar.
So, all right, that's enough. I'm done with Rona.
Rona.
If you do want to cure your Rona, I'm just kidding. This does nothing cures it. All right, let's just start there.
Go to a Los Bukis concert because didn't you get cleansed of all things?
All things. But before I get into that, I gotta say, if you're stressed out, if the Rona's keeping you awake at night and you don't know whether you should get the vaccine, whether you shouldn't take the vaccine, whether you should go out in public, if you're just worried and you're losing sleep over it, visit sweetandchill.com. Sweet and Chill CBD is where there's a link on my Instagram and Sweet and Chill CBD, these gummies, Hooter, I cannot, we've been telling you guys this for weeks. If you're still sleeping on them, if you haven't tried them, do yourself a favor. Get the small box, or the small pack. Let's get the small box. You're going to get 10% off. You're going to get free shipping, and it's going to change your life. Believe me, everybody that I know that has tried them has just, the praise reports keep coming in, Hooter. The miracles that these things have done are just Amazing, tremendous,
it doesn't
fantastic.
It doesn't do anything to your nuts. It doesn't make them heavy. You're not going to need a wheelbarrow to carry them around.
Guess what? They'll be well rested is what they'll be because you got a good night's sleep and your nuts will be able to regenerate.
Nicki Minaj should give that to the Trinidad uncle who fucking has heavy nuts. Maybe some Sweet and Chill CBD could chill those nuts out.
Hey, there it is, Hooter. sweetandchillcbd.com. 10% off with promo code yo. And as always, you get free shipping. I just cannot tell you enough. We've told you 100 times. And there it is. We're telling you for the 101st time, 101 times. Sweet and Chill CBD gummies for your for a good night's sleep. I can't make any promises. This thing can't make any claims. My personal experience, however, which is all I share here at the Yo podcast.
Get some Sweet and Chill and catch some Z's.
Amen. What else you got going on, Hooter?
Lots going on in my world. So
much going on.
Listen. First things first.
Yep.
There was an earthquake in Carson, dude, on Friday. And here's the thing, guys. This is why I need to be elected, okay, in city council. I need to be a city council member of Carson because I would have prevented that earthquake in Carson, dude. And I also would have prevented the aftershocks after. There's been 3 aftershocks. Me, council member, guess what? Those aftershocks would have never have happened. But Carson's not ready for that kind of fucking cleanup.
People think that this is fake, that's fake news, that it's not happening, that Hooter is not running for city council. I've seen the signs. The signs are all over the city. The website is in the works. It's under construction. The Instagram account is up. It's got supporters already. I'm telling the people right now, we've had a lot of fake news here on the Yo podcast, and we own up to it. We don't pretend to be flawless and above reproach, as they say. We're flawed men.
They do say that.
But is Hooter running for city council of Carson?
You bet your ass he is.
Abso-fucking-lutely. And that's in the campaign, by the way. Abso-fucking-lutely. Are we getting rid of aftershocks?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Are we putting vending machines in every corner with cigarettes and condoms?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Are we giving you whatever you want, whatever you need, whatever you've been deprived of? Are we making Carson great again?
Absolutely.
That's your hat. You should make a hat that says "Make Carson Great Again."
Are we gonna put dog parks in Carson, dude? There's no dog parks.
How in the hell is there no dog park?
There's just a bunch of pit bulls running wild in Carson. Why?
I think that humans are God's most flawed creation, and His perfect creation, dogs. Dogs. And why do we not have parks? We have parks for humans, and humans are pieces of shit. But we give them parks. But these furry friends,
go fuck yourselves.
No park for you.
Listen, guys. Okay. There was an earthquake in Carson. What size was it, Dad?
4 point something.
4 point something. Now, my neighbor, right away, the fence neighbor, right?
Yep.
This fool had a leak in his house, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
What kind of leak?
Dude.
Gas leak?
No. Water.
Water leak?
So he was like out there in his front yard just digging, right?
Oh no.
And I was leaving. And I was like, what's up, man? And he was like, oh, got a leak in the pipe, so I got to find it. It's time to get to work. And it was like, dude, it was like 6 o'clock. Maybe
some people start their work day at
close to 7. Yeah. And I was like, all right, kind of late.
It was a hot day.
Sun's going down.
Don't want to labor in the sun.
Yeah, sun's going down, but hey, fucking they work on freeways at night. I guess this guy can too.
Do not judge that ye not be judged.
No. This fool's fucking digging.
You were out there drinking at that time. But this motherfucker can't work.
It's a different job. Okay. So this fool's digging and digging, right? Looking for pipes. And Pilla, I go inside and I tell Pilla, oh, this motherfucker's digging for pipes because he thinks he's going to fucking find the pipe that's leaking and then fix it, right? So he's digging. Fucking 45 minutes later, the earth shakes, right?
And he blames it on the digging.
No.
Nice.
But can you imagine? Dude, if I would have been digging for pipes and the earth fucking moved, I would have shit my pants and thought, oh fuck.
I think it's a sign from God that he don't want me to dig. Or a busted pipe, yeah.
And fucking
Oh, I done hit something. Oh, shit. Cover this up. Hey, mija, come help me cover this shit up. The city workers are going to come and arrest us.
Dude, Pilla, when the fucking thing moved, she was like, what did this motherfucker hit outside? Dude, this motherfucker probably thought he hit a fucking El Chapo tunnel or something, dude, because I would have shit myself.
That's hysterical.
Dude, the kids, they were cool. They didn't even flinch. You know, none of them panicked. And crazy ass Pilla, you know me. I have a coffee bar, right? Set up. I have a nice bar at my pad, dude. Got some nice bottles, no big deal. And so Pilla goes and checks on the kids, and then she's like, oh shit, the bar. So she runs priorities. So she runs over to the bar to make sure nothing foul, $100 bottles that can be replaced had to be fucking checked up on, right? Mm-hmm. And so now when you ask my kids about the earthquake, they say, oh, it was good. Mama went to go check on her alcohol to make sure nothing dropped. So that's just fucking great.
That's awesome.
And today they went back to school.
Oh, show and tell. What'd you bring for show and tell? Mama's bottle. She protected it during the earthquake. This is her most prized possession.
My mama loves this more than she loves me and my siblings.
Oh my God, dude. You know what's funny? I have friends that just moved out here from Detroit. Mm-hmm. And they'd never experienced an earthquake, right? Mm-hmm. And so I go on there, I see their page. And you see, oh my God, welcome to California. That was our first earthquake. Wow. And then the other chick puts, so terrifying. And I'm like, oh my God, you're not ready for real earthquakes because
that was a little sample, dude.
Shit. That was the foreplay of earthquakes, right? Not even the foreplay. That's just like, hey, let's hold hands of earthquakes, right?
Yeah, they came on a hug, dude.
Yeah, dude. And so, yeah, right? And so I'm like, and I almost commented on there, Carson strong, we will rebuild. Hashtag Carson strong. Hashtag we will rebuild. And I said, nah, let them have it.
Yeah.
Let them have it. It's their first one. You don't know. Right?
I stopped myself, too, because it's easy to be a fucking asshole, like, no, there wasn't shit. It's kind of like, when East Coast people move over here and they're like, cold? This isn't cold. And it's fucking 50 degrees and they're wearing a tank top,
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it is. Which, if you've never experienced an earthquake, I don't give a fuck whether it's small, big. The earth just shook, so you're gonna be, you're gonna be shook. Yeah, and so I let them have it too.
Yeah,
I say, yeah, go find a table to get under.
So there's a photographer who does a lot of headshots and just different shots, not just headshots, but just amazing photography. Super talented dude, Troy Conrad, and he does he's done a lot of comics with big names, just artists in general, right? Mm-hmm. And he's been going out to some of the Gabe shows. Mm-hmm. So he's taken some pics of me where it's almost like, not almost, I am posing in the pics, right? And for a long time, I've been on Instagram, kind of like mocking Instagram models, right? So I'll put a picture of me when I just woke up and I'm like, my hair's all fucked up, and I woke up like this, feeling sexy, might delete later, Instagramming model, follow me on my OnlyFans. 4th of July, I got naked and got under an American flag and just did the same hashtags.
For the hee-hees and the ha-has.
For the hee-hees and the ha-has, right? And so the other day I posted one where I'm kind of like having coffee and I'm like sitting in this like indoor woods area, and I'm like meditating and having coffee, counting my blessings, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, and I put it up, and then I put, how much of this sarcasm is lost on the majority of these followers?
Whoa, that's a scary thought.
Because I'm like, how many of them don't know that I'm being sarcastic?
And not only like regular sarcastic, but just so
full of yourself.
Yeah, like extremely sarcastic. Like you couldn't be.
And I couldn't be any more sarcastic. But yet, how many people are swallowing this up as, oh, this motherfucker? And the only reason I say that is because I had somebody hit me up and say, hey, send me that OnlyFans link. I get that a lot, Hooter.
Oh.
Well, not a lot, but every once in a while.
Oh, do you, dude?
One time.
I get that a lot, Hooter. Whoa.
But my point to that is, they don't know that I'm fucking and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna, like, now it's too late. Like, I'm not, what am I gonna do? Explain, okay, I'm just joking. Like,
okay. Everybody listen up. For those of you who saw my last post,
it's a joke.
Yeah, that's a scary thought, dude. I never thought about that.
I didn't think about it.
You know what's crazy? You just, when you post, you automatically assume everybody knows what's in your head and what you're thinking.
But they don't. They're just basically going off of what you're putting right there.
And the worst part is, dude, that people sometimes don't even bother reading the goddamn caption. And so what you post is like, that's what they see,
and that's what they believe, and that becomes the reality. That becomes the truth. And I'm like thinking, oh my god, they probably think I'm this fucking douchebag. That's just, and I could be douchey. I give them that, but by no means do I'm kind of mocking the Instagram model life.
You're full on mocking,
and I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna stop. Now it's time to double down. Because I have so many pictures.
Yeah, it's got to be like extremely over the top.
So, but it is, because there's a picture of me in a salon in Vegas, on top of. So there's big giant couches with pillows and chandeliers in the salon, and I'm sitting on top on the ledge, with my leg up in a triangle, because triangles are good. And I'm reading a magazine. Like, who does that? Nobody does that unless somebody says, hey, climb your monkey ass up there and do this, right? Like, so now I'm just going to put,
An influencer would definitely do that.
Influencer would and I should put myself as an Instagram influencer. I should add more hashtags.
How have you not?
How have I not? I should just put influencer on there, right? And then I should put fucking reading a magazine like everybody does on top of the couch. Not on the like on the headrest of the couch, where I have to balance myself not to fall to take this picture. But this is how I read my magazines in the morning. How about you?
This is when I'm most comfortable.
This is when I'm. You see, this is why I need you to proofread my goddamn post. And so, but again, it really blew me away, which leads me to, you're so lucky.
Oh,
I constantly tell Chiki. She's so lucky because she's with me, right? Now, that came. Oh shit! My big nuts are itching.
Fucking Pfizer kicking in over here, dude.
My Pfizer nuts.
You're so lucky.
You're so lucky.
That came from
years ago, we're doing a radio, we're doing promo for a show out in, I want to say it was somewhere in Florida. And there was a couple on there that had won some tickets or did something. And it's a dude and his girlfriend, right? Young couple. They might have been 20, 21. And
in love as fuck.
Huh?
In love as fuck.
Oh, just in love. He was going to medical school. She was, still like, I don't know, in college or some shit. And she was beautiful. Hot. Real hot. And one of the DJs, when her boyfriend walked out, or fiance, whatever the hell he was, he goes, "Man, you're beautiful. Girl, you're beautiful. Your man is so lucky." And I remember me and Gabe looked at each other like, is this motherfucker serious? And that he's so lucky is his way of, I'm interested. If that shit ever doesn't work out, like, this is my way of flirting with you, but still making it respectful, you know? Or maybe he meant, but no, he didn't. This guy was fucking trying to hook up.
No, yeah, it was, I'm super interested.
Yes, but this is the best way I could do it without sounding like an asshole.
Other than,
Yeah. And like, fuck him, man. Yeah. You should come with me.
You should come with me.
And so he's so lucky. And I remember we kept saying, oh, he's so lucky. He's so lucky.
It's stuck.
So every time I post something with Chiki, I put hashtag she's so lucky, right? Now, I do that because, again, people are going to think, oh, this motherfucker really believes she's so... And nobody knows that backstory, but that's just funny to me, right?
Also, you should have told that story on the post. Nice.
Oh, nice. Let me give this hashtag a little backstory, little tidbit about where this "you're so lucky" came from.
Hey, now that you've read that hashtag, here's a little story about it.
Back in 2007, we were on the wacky morning zoo. So,
hilarious.
But I've written that enough now that the other day, I posted a picture, and you know it's funny, I hardly post pictures of me and Chiki, right? A few weeks ago I posted something, and then it's me loaded singing, and my nipples are super hard, and somebody, and I didn't put hashtag she's so lucky, but a girl went on there, a woman went on there, whatever she wants to identify as, chick, woman, girl, whatever.
What does it say in her bio?
Sure. And put, at Chiki 33 is so lucky. And I had a heart attack, right? I'm like, because that person has no idea. But I'm pretty sure that person...
It's just been so many times.
There's been so many times. Or maybe she meant it. Maybe it was her way of saying, girl, you're so lucky, you better take care of your man. And so I the other day, I was talking to Gabriel, to Fluffy, and I said to him, hey, man, you remember when we were on the radio? And this was so many years ago. And there's been so many things that have happened that there's some things that somebody says, hey, remember, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hell no, I don't have no fucking recollection of that, right? There's been so many new memories that have taken the place of the old memories that my brain can't have and store that much fucking. I don't have enough bandwidth. And so...
I run out of gigs, guys.
I need to upgrade my brain. When's the new model coming out? This fucking... So anyway, I said to him, remember? And the guy said, he's so lucky, and he started dying because he remembered, right? And that's how impactful that fucking time was. So it was Chiki's birthday on Mexican Independence Day, and happy Mexican Independence Day, by the way, to everybody.
Yeah.
Belated, but hey, nevertheless, I'm happy we're free from the Spaniards. And I wrote happy birthday to my beautiful Guadi, you know, the most. And there was a picture of me and Chiki when we went to, remember when we went to Arrowhead? It was a picture of us right by the water. And I'm holding a Tecate, and then, you know, I'm
classy.
You know, that's what
romantic.
I do. Very much so. And, you know, to my beautiful Guadi, one of the most patient. She's so patient, so understanding, so this, and also so lucky to have me, right? And so Fluffy comments on there, she's so lucky. And now, to me, It's funny. Now, the crazy part is that because it's an inside joke, people probably that are reading, again, just like the model thing, that is, in my eyes and in my intentions, sarcasm and meant to be funny.
It took off.
But this is like, people are probably reading this thinking, this son of a bitch is really calling her lucky. And his friend is backing him up, saying how lucky she is. Because nobody has any idea that we were on the radio and we're mocking this freaking DJ trying to hook up with this chick back in the day. And I'm like, and why do I have to explain that? Well, maybe because I have almost 100,000 followers on there and they don't know every single one of my backstories. But am I responsible to make responsible posts? And that's why I brought all this up. Like, is that at what point? And again, it's almost 100,000 people on Instagram. But at what point do you get Nicki Minaj'd and this is irresponsible? You know what I mean? And obviously not with this type of a post.
Right.
But just in general.
Yeah. I don't know. That is a weird line to walk, though.
It's a very weird line to walk, And again, do I have to keep explaining?
Yeah, that's shitty.
Why I put that? Sometimes can some of this shit just be for me?
I mean, it's your fucking Instagram, for Christ's sake.
Thank you.
And also shout out to Beto Duran, who sent over a very thoughtful care package on September 16th, dude. I mean, the guy sent over a bottle of Tesoro tequila, okay? And last time I shit on him because he took the nice bottle of Añejo. But this time they sent over little sample bottles of the Añejo, Extra Añejo, and Reposado. So, shout out to Beto, shout out to Tesoro Tequila.
El Tesoro. Is it El Tesoro or Tesoro? I don't know. I'm just making shit up, maybe.
Hey.
Tequila model.
I'm
going to hold the bottle and put tequila model.
Not only did he send over tequila, though, he also sent over a taco kit.
A taco kit?
A taco kit. I forget the name of the tacos, though. I think it's Las Chicas.
Okay.
Something like that.
The girls?
Yeah. And it came with tortillas, different meats, different sauces for each meat. And it told you which sauce pairs with the meats.
That's beautiful.
And then 2 michelada kits. I mean, nothing screams September 6th.
16th.
More.
September 16th.
16th. Sorry. More than micheladas, tacos, and tequila.
And you know what screams it more?
What?
All your kids. That's more Mexican than anything else on the goddamn planet.
Oh, dude. So 2 days before that, it was my dad hits me up, and I don't know why it got brought up. But
no. It was 1 day before. Oh. It's on the 15th. I know what you're going to say.
Okay. So the day before, my dad calls me. Hey, what's up? Nothing's up.
It was the 15th. And I called you to see what you're going to do the next day because it was Chiki's birthday.
Yeah. And so then my dad says, Hooter, today's the Guadi's Independence Day. And then I say...
not even half a second. I hadn't even got it out of my mouth yet. I hadn't even finished saying today it's Guadi Independence Day.
Now, why he would even bring that up after I said, oh, it's cool, just dropped off the kids. He then says, oh, well, it's Guadi Independence Day today. And I say, wow, really? I didn't even know that they had an Independence Day. I didn't know that they won their independence. And so then my dad says, yeah. He starts dying and he says, yeah, I thought those fuckers were still slaved. And then he says, and if they're not slave, why the fuck do they still carry shit on their head? Hey, Guadis, put those baskets off your head. You're not slaves no more. Goes off and then says, man, Hooter, you're a fucking asshole. All right. See you tomorrow.
Because you inspired that little fucking racist rat by saying, "Oh, I didn't know they were independent." No. This motherfucker. I said tomorrow. Chiki's birthday's on Mexican Independence, and he goes, "Oh no shit!" And I go, "Yeah." And actually, today is the Guatemalan Independence Day. And he said, "They're independent." He goes, "I didn't know they had an Independence Day." And of course, I run off, and then I even said, after I called him a piece, I go, "You piece of shit, Hooter, how dare you?" And then I go, "God, I wish we were recording this." And here we are, you piece of shit.
No, so then fast forward to Chiki's birthday, right?
Okay,
and
so
we get there early.
Can I just give Chiki a proper birthday shout out? Can I just do that before you shit on her some more?
So, oh!
Before you attack her culture, her peoples, the colorful Guatemalan, beautiful culture that exists. Our friends to the south,
deep south.
Happy birthday to Chiki. Fucking, I love you, Chiki. Happy birthday, and thank you guys for coming over to celebrate. Okay. There.
Thanks for inviting me to the birthday party.
Yeah.
Now,
so we had it wasn't a party. It was a little get together. I actually made birria tacos, which I thought came up pretty goddamn bomb.
They were very tasty. Now,
Thank you. And frijoles.
Yes, that were also very tasty.
And we ordered pupusas.
Now, here's the story on that. I get there, okay? It's me, Pilla, my fucking kinder, and we pull up. And, my dad's chopping shit and throwing shit and spinning around 5 times and fucking looking for things that he just put down. And Chiki's not there.
I'm trying to hurry up before she gets home.
Yeah. And she didn't know that we were going to be there. And so, my dad's fucking running around and we're like, "Hey, man." Priscilla's like, "Hey, maybe we should help your dad." I said, "Nah. You're just gonna get in the way there, dude. You don't see that fucking tornado that's happening in the kitchen, dude? You're gonna look like a fucking motorhome flying up in the air if you even dare take a step in there, right?"
Oh my God, that's funny.
And so she's like, "Hey, do you need help? Do you need us to do something?" And my dad says, Yeah, I do." She's like, "Okay, yeah, cool. What?" "Okay. Go online. Find a pupusa place that delivers, and then deliver them to the house." And Priscilla said, "Okay. Is there a place that you want me to order from?" "Yeah. Make sure the place is good and it has good pupusas." So Pilla, it's fucking like 5:30, dude. Also, Santa Monica,
home of the pupusas,
home of the world famous fucking pupusas. People travel from all the Southland here.
They drive hours to come and get this OG pupusas in the city of Santa Monica.
Dude.
Oh, goddamn. That's
so
funny.
now Priscilla has her own fucking tornado going, dude. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened, right?
Oh,
so
my
we
God.
find a pupusa place, dude. And I'm like, "Check it out, Dad." They have bean and chicharron, bean and cheese, and then they have some shit that I've never heard. Loroco.
Uh-huh.
So my dad said, okay, get 4 of each, and then that one we don't know of, get a few. I'm like, bro. So Chiki gets there, happy birthday, yay. We haven't eaten dinner, but then the doorbell rings, and I'm like, oh fuck, the pupusas, dude. And I'm stressing out because I know if they're not good, then my dad's like, oh yeah, I had Hooter fucking grab pupusas, but So they come in and everybody starts eating these pupusas, right? And my dad,
by the way, they were delicious.
My dad says,
can we just stop and say they were
no. Before we take a bite, my dad says, in Chiki's village, there's a lady who walks around in the morning with a basket full of fucking pupusas on her head. And she goes from hut to hut selling pupusas.
Oh, goddamn.
Bro, I fucking fall out. Dude, I'm laughing so hard, right?
Oh, my God.
But then he goes and checks on the media, and I follow him over there. I'm like, yo, dude, that village shit was hilarious. And he's like, right? How come nobody laughed as hard as us?
Oh, fucking toxic as Morenos. God damn.
You know what I imagined when you said village, bro? You know those fucking dudes who make mansions out of the stick and dirt? Like, I just imagine them taking a lunch break at fucking pupusa time, you know?
Oh, my God. That was... and I don't know why, look, Guatemala's a very advanced city. I don't know why you shit on it.
No.
They got the best coffee.
The best part of this fucking story, right? So we're trying all the pupusas, right?
Oh,
and the one we don't know dick about. What is it called? Loroco?
Yeah.
So we start trying the Loroco, and Chiki starts explaining what it is, right? I'm at that. Oh, no. It tastes like... And I'm like, dude...
You don't know pupusa.
You don't know Loruco or whatever the motherfucker. By the way, it's a flower. I guess they chop up fucking
flowers. Yeah. Put them in there.
No. So
somebody
then
put flowers on there.
So then I say, what kind of flower? My dad, well, you know Hooter flowers. You don't know what flowers are? I'm like, oh my God, dude.
Oh,
so funny.
Happy birthday, Chiki. Is that the name of the episode in Chiki's Village?
Oh, dude.
Chiki's Village.
Dude, that village shit was so funny, man.
Oh, dude. And I know.
Just a picture of a Guadi going with a basket full of pupusas door to door.
And then was it you or Paul that said, at what time does this happen?
Yeah.
In the morning.
So what time did that lady with the basket go around, Chiki?
Oh, my God. She's such a good sport about it all. Because it's so, it's so easy to and I'm not saying make fun of, because it's innately in me to make fun of myself, to make fun of my, my culture, my everything. Even when I put model life, I wake up like this, look at this nipple.
Right.
It's me literally poking fun at me.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, comedy 101. If you can't laugh at yourself, then you can't laugh. Good luck at anything else. I think when you try to be too cool and laugh at everybody else, you just come off like a dick, know? And it goes the same for everybody that I love, like even when I'm telling Mickey you're Patoja, it's not in a place of, let me fucking pick on you and call you Patoja. No, it's almost like learn to laugh at yourself, learn to laugh at those things, because then no one can ever throw that at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think, and so I do that with Chiki out of love. And I don't, just to be clear.
Which also trickles down to my love for Guadis.
Which is what I was about to say. Which is what I was about to say is like, in no way am I trying to disparage the Guatemalan community. I don't know dick about Guatemala other than what Chiki tells me, a lot of times she'll say words that aren't, because the Spanish it's Spanish, but it's different. And I remember the other day she said something, and Mickey, Meeks was like, "What's that?" And I go, "Don't worry, Meeks. She speaks Guati." And Meeks was just like, "Oh, okay." Like, yeah, that's another language. Like, that's fine. But I do it out of, it does come out in a place from love. Is my
then Mickey
point.
said, "Do I know how to speak Guati?" And then my dad said, "No, you speak correct Spanish."
I don't remember saying that.
Oh, dude. But you know what, man? I don't know why I fight pupusas so hard.
They're so good.
So fucking good. And you know what, dude? The fucking cabbage, coleslaw, whatever the motherfucker
the dressing
that they put on top, even better. The
whatever
salsa,
it's called.
And
what
the salsa. What is this? Repollo? What the fuck?
Repollo.
Now, the salsa, I wish was a little bit spicier, but nobody really fucks with spiciness like Mexico and deep in the southeast, I feel. Mm-hmm. But very good. And I don't know why I fought them for years. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's God knows. But I'm turning a corner. From 30 on up, I'm going to stop fighting the fucking pupusas. Because they're so tasty, dude.
They're so good. I'm a big fan. And also, I fought them for a while. And I even shit on Chiki, too. Like, I remember one time she's like, I'm going to make pupusas. And, of course, I said, all right, I'll go get the stuff. And then I said, do it with blah, 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 blah. And she goes, wait, that's not how we make them. I go, well, make them like that. You can make them like that. You can customize. So I remixed the whole thing. And, of course, it was a disaster because you don't remix shit last minute. Somebody knows how they make their shit. That's how they make their shit. And so I got her a different type of fucking flour. Everything was different. Everything. From the fucking cheese. She asked me for a tip of specific cheese. Nope, I didn't get that one.
Listen up, Chiki. I want pupusas, but the harina.
None of this Loroco. That Loroco, fuck out of here. We're making Mexican pupusas. So you know, and of course I was like, yeah, you don't know nothing about you don't know how to make no pupusas. You're not a real where's your mom? You're not a real Guari. And she's like, well, these aren't Guari things. These are Salvadorian things. Yeah. But you guys try to claim them. You guys took over. And so you know. But they are, if you haven't tried pupusas, it's literally like a corn tortilla stuffed with crispy fat, which is chicharrones, right? I think crispy fat's such a nice way to call it. Beans, cheese in some cases. Sometimes it's beans and cheese. Sometimes it's beans and
flour.
And flours.
Or cheese and flour.
Cheese and flours and the chicharrones, which are, you know, pork belly. And dude, they're freaking good. They're freaking delicious. They're tasty. They're filling. And these were pretty big. As a matter of fact, for us to fuck around with them and then do a full meal was kind of like, what the hell? So anyway, it was a great birthday party / Independence Day celebration. Happy birthday, Chiki. You're so lucky. I don't know. Is it Chiki's Village or You're So Lucky? What's the name of the title?
Nah, Chiki's Village. It's
Chiki's Village, right?
Dude.
I like Chiki's Village.
Dude. Fucking.
I got to go visit Chiki's Village at some point. Show up over there. So I'm going to teach you guys how to remix these pupusas.
I know this suitcase has wheels, but here it is on my head.
I just want to fit into the culture. That's it. You guys heard of tacos? It's kind of like a pupusa. You just fold that bitch over.
But better. Just shitting on everything, Guadi.
I don't know if you guys know, I'm an Instagram model.
And this here village lady from your village, she's so lucky.
Speaking of village, I went to Baja. Otto, our homie from Estrella Negra in Chicago. He's looking to expand his brand. And I'm looking for retirement places in Mexico, right? So I'm like, hey, man, maybe we can do a little collab. Why don't we just go take a week? So we just chill out there and go look at Baja. What's out there in Baja. And boy, oh boy, was I in for a shock. First of all, the last time you went was what, about a year ago, maybe a little bit more?
Nah, I went with Pillow when we got rid of the kids.
Okay. Did you notice the level of construction going on?
Yes.
It development and construction. It's almost like, whoa, what the hell happened here? It's like the Industrial Revolution showed up. There is construction on the beach side, on the hillside. Every single place
All
in
sides.
Baja is for sale. So we visited a bunch of different properties. We checked out a bunch of stuff. We ate. And you know, every time you go to Baja, it's this desire to eat like kings, and it's because it's so affordable.
Big
and
time.
The food is so freaking good. I mean, talk about, you know, they have those handmade flour tortillas over in Puerto Nuevo, and they have the you know, obviously the Puerto Nuevo style lobster.
The lobster.
So we had that. But we went to a place in El Sausal, right before Ensenada. Is a little town called El Sausal. And they have these birria tacos there. And, or they that town specializes in birria. And, you know, we pulled over at, we had pulled over, backtrack a little bit. We had pulled over at this little carnita stand, like a little hole in the wall. And sometimes those hole in the walls are so delicious and so underpriced, I want to say, or priced for the area. Because you want to talk about gentrification. Gentrification in Baja is disgusting. I'll just throw it out there. And you know, am I part of the problem for wanting to go out there too? I don't know, but at least I'm fucking Mexican. So we went to this carnitas place, and holy shit, off the outskirts of Rosarito. We ate there, and then when we're going towards Ensenada and we're in Sausal, I said, hey man, that little hole in the wall right there, we should just pull in. So we pull in. And they had breakfast plates because it was early. And I said, do you guys have birria plates? He goes, claro, that's what we specialize in, right? And I said, all right, I want a plate, you know, with the sauce and some tortillas, you know, onions, so the whole enchilada,
Hook
right?
it up. Yeah.
And so the guy goes, we also have fresh licuados with fresh. The guy chopping melon right there, making fucking melon strawberry licuados, or just strawberry and chocolate, whatever, fresh.
Chocomil.
Yeah. And so we're eating the birria, and it's a big serving, and I can't even remember what it was, but it was stupid cheap. And when we were done, he goes, do you guys want more? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And he goes, no, con confianza es gratis, yo no se les cobra. It's like, it's free. Eat till you get full. Let me know how much. It's like how much more you want.
Right. It's like getting seconds.
It's like getting seconds.
It's like going over a homie's house.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, this bottomless fucking birria? Are you freaking out of your mind? And I was full, so I didn't need any more. Otto was like, hey man, yeah, I'll have another taco. Give me enough for another taco. So we get some another taco. And I walked out of there thinking like, man, I hope, because when I see that much construction and I see how many expats are moving there, not just from the U.S., but from you know, all over the world, I'm afraid that that's going to go away.
Or hopefully business booms.
You see more. Well, yeah, it's going to boom, but it's going to become corporate. You know what I mean? It's like the Huts in Venice. You know, those are few and far between now. It's all fucking corporates. It's a corporation that comes in and starts selling you the souvenirs. Yeah. And so, but I'm looking, and there's so many restaurants, and these are like, you know, restaurants that you would find in West LA and in you know, downtown San Diego and shit like that are popping up over there with U.S. prices. Ain't nobody saying get bottomless fucking birria tacos. As a matter of fact, you go to most places, birria tacos are freaking $7 a taco.
It's fucking bananas.
For one taco.
I know.
You know? And this dude is literally for that same price giving you as much birria as you want, as much tortillas as you want, and making you feel like literally like you're visiting a homie. So, I mean, look, Baja, like I said, everything in Baja is for sale right now. And I started going to Baja, to Ensenada, Rosarito area in the 1980s. And I've mentioned this before, but to see the change, and it's been 40 fucking years, I get that. But to see the change now, even from the last couple of years, I don't know what the next 40 years are going to look like, dude. Like, it's going to be unrecognizable, really.
For sure.
But yeah, it was a fantastic freaking trip. We were drinking tequila and margaritas over at El Encanto. And just walking through Puerto Nuevo,
and also, you guys hooked me up with a bottle. One of my favorite bottles, by the way. Centenario. Añejo.
Yeah.
So good. So tasty.
We had it, and we're going to go to Vegas. And we had stopped at your pad, and he goes, hey, you brought that bottle, right? I go, yeah, it's in my backpack. And he goes, oh, okay, cool. He goes, we'll take it to Vegas. I go, motherfucker, we ain't taking that to Vegas. There's going to be so much alcohol. Do you know who you're going to Vegas with? We're going to be out there with Fluffy. You might as well tell me you're packing a lunch.
Yeah,
like,
no
stop.
shit.
And then he goes, well, do you want to take it to your house? And you've seen the bottle collection that Paul has amassed over there. It's just an impressive amount of tequila.
Yeah, super sick.
And I go, no, we don't need to take it home. I go, why don't we just leave it here with Hooter? And he goes, yeah, let's give it to Hooter. That's a good idea. I go, yeah, fuck it. So we walk in, and we had already taken sips from it. It was cracked.
You guys tried it?
Yeah, we tried it. Make sure it was okay. But... and then we get over to the house, and he's like, oh, shit, I see why you don't want to bring that bottle over here, motherfucker. I go, bro, come on, man. We went to Vegas and had, I want to say, a goddamn Make-A-Wish weekend. Dude, we get there, Otto, and Gabe goes back with Otto in a sense, not like, oh, my God, they're homies from way back in the day, but... we went to Estrella Negra probably close to 7-8 years ago for the first time, which is a long time to keep revisiting a place. But he was making these tamales, like, I don't know, chocolate chip or some kind of like dessert tamales. And he told Gabe at the meet and greet, hey, I have a restaurant. It's in my menu. You should come check it out. And Gabe called him, and the dude fucking opened it in the middle of the night. He fucking figured it out and just fed the entire crew. And it was a fucking ridiculous experience. Well, fast forward to this weekend, we go over there, and Chiki went over there. And so they go out, they check out a show the first night. It's they go see Magic Mike. The next night they go see the Love Show, which is a fantastic show over at the Mirage. We're fucking the night after, and then they go to the Fluffy Show. The night after that, we all go to see Los Angeles Azules, which, holy shit, what a show. We're backstage with these dudes, and Jay de la Cueva, the guy is been in a million bands, and bro, it was like surreal. The whole thing was surreal. And then just, going to restaurants and eating like kings, and it literally... Going to Vegas with somebody who is, well off can really fuck up Vegas. Because when you go on your budget, you're never going to be able to experience it at that level. When you're you're going to a concert. It's one thing to go to a concert, and it's another thing to go backstage and be kicking it with the band. That just doesn't happen unless you're paying for a VIP experience, and then that's a get your picture, get the fuck
out. It's a super cookie cutter, yeah.
Yes, no, this was let's sit down, let's talk, and they were so humble, so accommodating. Los Angeles Azules is just, and they've been around for also 30 years, 40 years,
a long time,
40 years, I want to say, or something like that, and just banger after banger. Phenomenal show. So I just want to say thank you, and just when I think Gabe can outdo himself, hits me up and he says, hey man, I got tickets. I got a suite, not tickets, to go see Los Bukis in Houston. Now, Los Bukis, ever since they got back together, it's been the hottest ticket in every town that they go to.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing nothing but football stadiums.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, which is insane.
Two shows at SoFi.
2 shows at SoFi. What? Are you crazy? Are you crazy right now? Right? So I'm on my way to see Los Bukis. And look, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't post this. And I'm sharing it here just to explain the magnitude of how crazy this shit was. Because, like, I text Toto because I'm like, okay, he just experienced Vegas, right? And I said, hey, man, I just got off of a private plane, walked off the plane, took 5 steps, and walked into a Sprinter limo that drove us backstage to the concert. We literally pulled up. We pulled up to the backstage. Where all the loading trucks come in to load up all the equipment. We pulled up in there. We literally drove up. There was a ramp. If we would have gone up that ramp, we would have drove onto the stage. Okay? Somebody then escorts us to the suite from the back of the house so that nobody can fuck with you. Escorts us to the suite that is overlooking the like right there. It's almost like being on a riser somewhere, like the perfect seat in this suite that just, you're just sitting there and you're like, holy fuck. And then there's pretty much every liquor you want, and it's catered. Right. And there's a bottle of Prisoner, which I love Prisoner. And I'm like, is this my life right now? And then those Bukis come on, and boy, oh boy, was I just taken down memory lane. I'm listening to these songs, and I gotta be honest, I started crying. I got so choked up. And they said too, tonight we're gonna sing, we're gonna laugh, and we're gonna cry. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Nope, we did. I did. At least I did. And for me, it took me back to a time when my dad was around, when my mom was healthy, when everything was still new. Yeah. When everything was
that's just bananas, huh? How music could take you to that.
And I'm getting chills just talking about that right now, because it literally transported me to that. And I'm getting a little choked up now just because, my mom's not in the greatest health. My dad's now gone. I'm getting older. And it if anything, it made me think I need to appreciate things and living more in the moment, because it's so easy. You try to do that, but it's so easy to get caught up in mañana. This is gonna happen, and we're gonna work toward this, and we're gonna get to this, and fuck all that. The beauty is right now. And they took me there, and I text you because I was so touched, and I said, Hooter, I go, it's fucking 10 minutes in, and these motherfuckers got me crying, and this cocksucking pig hits me with laughing my fucking ass off. That's how you replied, with a bunch of fucking my asses off, like FFFAAAO. And I'm like, oh wow, he's laughing at me. Here I am trying to open up, have this fucking moment, and this cocksucking pig hits me with the laughing my fucking ass off. Ha ha ha! You're crying, Dad, you pussy. Okay. Weak. Oh, you changed, bro. Thought you'd be getting your dick sucked in the suite next door by some random tia. So, I mean, just an incredible, pinch me, is this real life right now? So I just got to say thank you to Gabe for making that possible, and everybody that was a part of that, that just created that, because it was a beautiful experience, dude. And if you are Latino or Mexican or whatever nationality you are, and you've remembered Los Bukis, the show is just, I think, is it a thunder and lightning, fire and fireworks show. No, absolutely not. But it's emotional and it's nostalgic. Mm-hmm. And it just touches.
That's gonna hit every time, dude.
Correct.
Nostalgia hits every
single time. You can have all the fireworks you want, but if there's no love and the history and all that, it don't mean dick. And these guys had the receipts to back up the hype. It was fantastic. I
fucking bookies.
Fucking bookies. What are you gonna do? Laughing my fucking ass off, huh?
Crying my fucking ass off over here. Jesus. I got rid of another kid. Another one bites the dust. And another one.
You should actually clarify when you say that. I got rid of it means like, did you send them off as a missionary to do work in Guadi?
I wish.
Land? Did you send them to Christianize Guadi babies?
I fucking wish. My Micah, dude, who is 4 years old, is now going to school full fucking day.
Not pretend school.
Not pretend school. 8:30, 2:30. Let's go. It's still kind of pretend school though because they take naps and sing songs all day. So pretend. Now, Priscilla had a rough time, dude. Pilla was having a rough time. He started school today. Last night, she slept 1 hour. She couldn't sleep because the thought of taking her baby to school was killing her and keeping her up at night. Okay?
And you were sleeping. You were snoring.
Knocked the fuck out. Now.
Because of sweet and chill CBD gummies.
Now, I wake up and she's pissed. How could you sleep like that? You slept the whole night. You didn't even wake up not once to think about Micah. I said, Pill, he's going to fucking school. We're not putting him up for adoption, lady.
We're not sending him to Afghanistan.
What the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, he's gone for a few hours. You're going to see him.
Don't cry. It's still 1 more year before he qualifies for the vaccine.
Dude. And she's just so emotional, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what, dude? You can't take him because, one, you're probably going to cry. It's going to make him panic. And then it's all going to be fucked. I'll take him. No. You take the other two. You take the two that I love less.
Oh, my God.
And so I had been taking the other kids, Mateo and Meeks to school lately. And I got pissed, dude, because I dropped them off and they're so fucking turned around, dude. And it's the same spot. I drop them off on the same spot every day.
Who's so turned around?
Both of them.
Oh.
And so I tell them, hey, man, fucking get off the car, run inside the school so I could see you get in the school. And then I, could drive off in peace. Fucking these guys are trying to put their goddamn backpack on. They're tripping. They're fucking running into each other and shit. And I'm like, dude, come on, get it together, right? So then Friday, I dropped them off literally in front of the school. They just need to walk straight. Okay, Dad? Mm-hmm. Fucking Mateito. Meeks takes off. Mateo starts going on the sidewalk, walking sideways away from the school. There's people that open the door for the kids that then close the door for you, help them out of the car and shit. She goes and runs after him and says, hey, fucking school's this way, right? So this fucking asshole fucking turned around, goes in. This morning, this dude has the Nicki Minaj uncle balls to ask, hey, Pops, can you drop us off at this corner here and then we could walk to school?
We don't want to be seen with you.
Dude,
you're not cool.
Bro, I fucking pushed the brakes so hard and his fucking head went forward. And I said, are you fucking crazy? I dropped you off in front of the fucking school and you couldn't get in the school. They needed to go wrangle you to get in the school. Are you out of your goddamn mind? You think I'm going to drop you off in a random goddamn corner and let you walk, you maniac? So then he giggles. Yeah, sometimes I forget where the school is, Pops. And I said, so then don't ask me to drop you off here, you lunatic. And just the other day, he was pissed off because Meeks goes and picks him up from his class after school. And then from there, they walk to the car, right? But she holds his hand or wants to hold his hand. And he is, little brother trying to fucking not get his hand held. So then she said, okay, fuck it. And she grabbed him by the backpack and was like pulling him, right? And same thing. They're fight. By the time they get to the car, they're fucking throwing blows. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck's the problem? Meeks is dragging me and she wants to hold my hand. And then she's like, he'll get lost if I don't hold his hand.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, stop holding his hand, okay? Fucking sure as shit, kid gets lost. I'm like, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. She's going to hold something that's on you to make sure you get back to the car. Okay, Pops. So I fucking dropped them off. And then I'm headed over here and I check the time. I'm like, oh shit, Micah's in school. So I call Pilla and it's been 45 minutes, right? Since she should have dropped him off. Hey, how'd it go? Oh, I'm still here. It was good. Blah, blah. I said, you're still there? Why the fuck are you? School started 45 minutes ago. I know. I just can't leave. I'm like, Pilla, how are you being that mom right now? It's because I can't believe you don't feel for him. He's a baby. He's only 4. None of the other kids were 4. They stayed home until they were 5. I was like, dude.
It was COVID. Those were COVID times. We had to keep him home.
Those were COVID years, Pill.
The lost years.
She was super fucking emotional, dude. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just have another baby to forget about this baby. And baby, a real baby.
In Pilla's village.
In the Pandoja village.
Yeah, man.
They have separation issues.
Damn. I get it, though. It is all of a sudden you realize, oh, shit.
It's over.
It's done. Like, this dude's going to come out here and be around other kids now and be,
And the house is empty.
Yeah. You guys are empty nesters, per se. As they say.
Per se.
Oh,
yeah, dude. Empty nesters. Yeah. From 8 to 2.
Man, dude. From 8 to 2.
Yeah.
That's all day.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We could go catch a happy hour.
Nice. Why are you picking us up in an Uber? Oh, don't ask questions. Just jump in. God damn.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it's a big deal. Did you post it on Instagram?
Fuck no.
It's hard, dude. It's hard for me to, even the Bookies thing, I went live a couple of times. Well, not a couple of times. I did go live and I posted one song. But, it's so, for me to...
Are you Mega Man comic, bro?
I know. To me, I was like, could you imagine, here I am on a private plane. Here I am in a limo. Here I am backstage.
Just flexing.
I can't do it, man. And I'm grateful for it. You have no idea. I look at it and I just keep asking myself, my God, is this real life right now? But it does feel like a hell of a, and I'm sharing it here with the podcast people, but I feel like that's different than it's one thing to be sarcastic with the model shit. Could you imagine this? Hey, fucking private jet life, fucking, limo life, fucking VIP suite life, hashtag blah, blah, blah. Should I post all those hashtags? I think that would be yikes. Yikes. Yikes is right, dude.
Nah, I didn't post shit. Pilla took pictures, which was cool, The fucking guy went Spider-Man'd out, dude.
Did he?
Yeah. Spider-Man hoodie, Spider-Man shirt, Spider-Man shoes, Spider-Man backpack.
Just Spider-Man.
I said, dude.
We're going to the Hall of Justice?
You going to Comic-Con or school, you little fuck?
You can go fight crime. What are you a crime fighter?
The other day, because he has this hoodie, this Spider-Man hoodie, that like it goes all the way down, and then the eyes are Spider-Man, you know, so you could kind of see through it. Mm-hmm. And he's in his car seat. He's like, I can't put my seatbelt on. And I'm like, just fucking web yourself in over there, Spider-Man. He fucking cracked up, dude. He fucking cracked up. It was awesome.
That's fucking great. Norm Macdonald from Saturday Night Live, the original Weekend Update, passed away. And, he's a funny guy, dude. Like, intelligent funny.
And so quick.
And Tom Segura put a post up where he's talking about, I didn't know him that well, but I knew him. I'd met him a couple of times. He goes, but my favorite story is from a dude that I forget the guy's name. I actually followed him because, he said he has the best Norm Macdonald story. And then he goes, I'm going to butcher it, but hopefully he sees this post and he shares it on his page. And so I go to the guy's page because I'm curious about the story. And then Tom did butcher it a little bit. But when this guy tells the story, dude, he's basically going off talking about how Norm Macdonald was doing a show in Iowa City by the state fair, mm-hmm. where it's all these Saturday Night Live superstars, and he's closing the show. Norm is closing the show. There's like 2,000 people in this venue, and it's like a venue where it's like families, grandmas, all these people. And he goes and everybody's clean. I think somebody had done a couple of drinking jokes, but nothing. That was the most risque, mm-hmm, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like literally families, moms, grandmas, kids. And Norm Macdonald goes up. He's the headliner, and he opens up and he says, "I just got divorced. I used to watch a lot of porn. I used to jack off more than I fucked my wife. I used to jack off to porn more than I fucked my wife." And this is what he opens with, right? And so immediately everybody's looking at each other like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. So they start like standing up, right? And he goes, "I watched a porn one time, this beautiful woman, and she's fucking a pig. She's getting fucked by a pig." And then he goes, now, like, people can't get to the exits fast enough, right? And then he goes, my mom, the guy's 17. He says, my mom's there. And she's like, okay, you know what? I can't. I'm going to go out. And she goes, and then they kept streaming the sound into the lobby. I don't know how they didn't cut it off. The sound was still coming in. And the guy says, she's fucking this pig. And you imagine you meet her at a bar and you go up to her, you ask her out, and she says no. It's like, hey, fuck pigs for a living, right? And he goes, and by this time there's nobody in there. It's just like a handful of people, and the place has been cleared the fuck out. Everybody's devastated. And the guy says, imagine that poor pig when the director says, cut, just fuck this beautiful woman. Now he's got to go back to the pig pen and fuck his big fat pig wife. And he goes, and to me, I'm like, that's a great joke. What a well-crafted joke.
Funny, dude.
It's hysterical. I mean, it's not appropriate for family night, but what a great fucking joke. And then the guy says, he goes, he gets disinvited from a golf outing that was supposed to happen the next day. He's the political cartoon in the newspaper is him on stage with a hook pulling him off.
Buddy.
And then they had the 20th anniversary of it happened then, and they're interviewing people. How was it like for you? It's almost like revisiting a war scene, And I bet you at the time people were like, what a fucking animal. I can't believe he did that. His agent, there's no way he didn't get a phone call like, hey, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Dude,
we'll never book him again.
Phones
were ringing off the hook. And I thought to myself, like, yeah, it was probably crazy at the time, but now, what a great fucking story, and what a great way to remember this comedian. He had cancer for 9 years or 10 years, battled it, never said a word. Nobody knew the man had cancer, and he said, I don't want anybody. I didn't want people. I wanted them to remember me for my comedy, not for the cancer. And
that's my plan, dude. If I get sick, I can tell fucking soul.
It's in this day and age, it's so easy when anything happens to go on social media and say, hey, going through this, everybody. Hey, blah, 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 everybody. You know, I choose to use it to make fun of it, you know? And I'll keep posting Instagram model shit. And rest in peace to Norm Macdonald. Also, rest in peace to Rico and to Fu. We haven't been on since that whole thing went down, and I'm pretty sure everybody has already knows all that. We don't need to get into details about it. Just it sucks that those two dudes from the comedy scene are gone too soon.
Yeah,
for some bullshit, and you know, hopefully Kate Quigley makes a fast recovery and she's back on stage kicking ass sooner rather than later. So I'll leave it at that.
Peace.